All right, let's do this. All right, the function below shows the cost of a hamburger with different numbers of toppings, okay? So let's start with the first one. What is the y-intercept? And what does it mean? All right, so the y-intercept is $1.90. That's correct. And what does it mean? Thank you. Very good. So this is the money for a plain, just burger and buns, right? That's it. Good job. What is the slope? So $1.40. What does it mean? Thank you. So if I put one topping, if I put tomatoes, it's 140 more. But if I put tomatoes and lettuce, okay, then it would be 140 times 2, right? All right. So how much you're paying per topping? Cost per topping or paying per topping, right? All right, so if Jody paid $3.30 for a hamburger, how many toppings were on Jody's hamburger? How many? Tell me some of the strategies. Miguel, can you go get me my calculator? My calculator. It's on top of my desk. So what were some of the strategies? Did you solve for x or did you go to y equal to? I would have gone straight to y equal to, right? So you go to y equal to and you write down your function. 190 plus 140x, and then you go straight to the table. Am I looking for 330? Because what is this? This is y, right? Y equals 330. All right, let's do a little more. So one topping, right? $3.30, one topping. Do we understand that? All right, what depends on what? What's the domain? There are two things that it's talking. This problem is talking about what? Toppings and what? And the cost. All right, so what's the domain? Which is the one that doesn't depend? The toppings. So toppings are the domain, which means what's the range? The cost. Very good. Is this data continuous or discrete? Continuous or discrete? How do you know that is discrete? You have to count how many toppings you're putting, right? I cannot say give me half of a topping, right? I got to say give me tomatoes, give me lettuce, give me pickles, right? That's 1, 2, 3, right? So this data is discrete. All right, so let's talk about this. That's a limitation, right? If I only have $3.30, then I can only put one topping, right? All right, but what if I have $20 to spend? If I have $20 to spend, I want to know how much are my what's my domain, and what's my range. Range is really easy, because range is money, right? Okay, so I have 20 bucks. I want to know how many can I buy. Okay, if I have $20, let's start with my range. What's my range? For tutorial? That's not homework for, what is that? That's, you got it? Not that paper that's over there, that's tutorials. Okay. All right, so what's my range if I only have $20 to spend? 0 to 20. Thank you. From 0 all the way to 20. That's it. I can choose not to buy a hamburger, right? So I can keep my 20. All right, so what's my domain now? How do you, come on guys, we got to get better at this domain and range in real worlds. We still suck at it. Come on, we can do this. 0 to what? Well, I can choose not to get any toppings, right? I can choose not to get any toppings. But what's the maximum amount of toppings that I can get? Well, just go to your table and look for what? I can't go to 20.1 because that will be more, right? So how much is it? 12. That's the most that I can get, correct? All right. So from 0 all the way to 12 toppings. Alrighty, let's go to the next one. The function below shows the cost of an ice cream sundae with different numbers of toppings. Again, what's my dependent and independent variable? So range is the dependent, domain is the independent. So this would be y equals 2.25 plus 0.75x, right? Alright, so what depends? Come on, it's just like the other one. What depends? The cost depends on what? On the number of times. It's just like the other one. Come on. All right. What's the y-intercept and what does it mean? What does it mean? That's just an ice cream sundae, right? A plain, I like it. Ice cream sundae, but it's plain, right? A plain ice cream sundae? All right, what's my slope? 0.75. What does it mean? Cost per toppings. Very good. Per topping. If Kay paid $6 for a sundae, how many toppings were on Kay's sundae? Where's your note? Where were you? Who were you with? What do you mean you were eating? Where were you? It's almost 4 o'clock. Tutorial starts at 3:30. He had a note. That's why he was late. So where were you? You turn in that list, right? You turn in those names, right? Okay. You deal with Macmillan. I'm not dealing with it. We don't show up to tutoring 30 minutes late because we're eating. Alright, so if Kay paid $6 for a sundae, how many toppings were on Kay's sundae? Okay, so how do we do this? We gotta go to y equal to, very good. And then this is your y, correct? You're looking for what is x when y equals 6. That's what you're looking for. Alright, so it would have been 2.25 plus 0.75x. And then you go to your table. Oop, I gotta go up, right? There's your 6, so it would be 5 toppings. X equals 5 toppings. Very good. Alright, so right now, what is your range? Or your domain? Let's look at your domain. Go get a paper in the back. Domain. From what? Very good. From 0 all the way to 5, because you can get at most 5 toppings with $6, right? Now, what's my range? No, not 0, because you got to pay how much for a plain sundae? From 225 to what? 6. There you go. We got it? Yay? All right. All right, let's go to the next one. Did anybody get a chance to work on 3? Yes? All right. All right. Function below shows the cost to attend a fair if you ride or rides. Does anybody have detention today? No? No. All right. So what's the y-intercept? What does it mean? The function below shows the cost to attend the fair if you ride RK. So that would be the entrance to get into the fair, right? So cost to entrance to enter the fair, right? What's the slope? $1.75. What does that mean? Cost per ride. Very good. Or money. It's okay. Cost per ride. I don't like to write cost, so I write the $sign usually. All right. If Al spent 19 at the fair, how many rides? So that means when y equals 19, what is x? How much is it? 8. Okay, let's talk about domain and let's talk about range. What's domain? Domain is your x, right? And your x is what? What is x? Your rides. Very good. X is your rides. And then your y will be the cost to get into the fair, right? Now there's a limitation. You only have $19. So what's the domain? 0 all the way to 8. See, we're getting better. What about the range? 5 all the way to... Very good, because even if you don't get into any ride, you still have to get in, and that costs you $5. Yay? All right, let's go to the next one. Are we good? Are we feeling better with this? Kind of. All right, the function below shows the cost to Mrs. Franklin's to go to a buffet with C of her grandchildren. All right, what is X? Oh, is this continuous or discrete? We forgot to do that. Is this continuous or discrete? Discrete. You cannot get into half of a right. What about, and the one for the top is discrete too, just like the other one, right? All right, what is X? Yeah, it's grandchildren. Yeah, you got that right. Grandchildren. And then what is your Y? This is not entrance. They're going to a buffet. So this is the cost to go eat, right? So this is the money spent. All right, what's my y-intercept? 6 what? 685. What does it mean? Thank you. That's how much it is for the adult. Good job. That's the adult price. That's the adult price. The adult price. All right. What is the slope? And what does it mean? So children price? For each one. I'm sorry. Yes, it's each. Very good. It's each. Very good. All right. So let's do C. That means if Y equals 1865, because that's money, X equals
4.
How much is it?
4.
Did we went to the Y equal 2, plug it in, look for the Y equals 18? Yay? All right, talk to me about domain and range. Domain. This is grandchildren. It could be 0 all the way to what? To 4. That's it. What about the range? 685. All the way to what? 1865. Discrete or continuous? Most definitely discrete. You can't cut a grandchildren in half, right? So, well, you shouldn't, right? You really shouldn't. Are we good? Yay? All right, as a group, 5 and 6, go. As a group, 5 and 6. As a group, 5 and 6. Okay. Hey, are we done? Because all I hear is people playing and not working. That bothers me. Let's go. Shh. All right, let's go to 5. The graph below shows the number of newspapers delivered and total pays for Leona's newspaper delivery job. What does the slope of this graph represent? There you go. That's the first thing that I would do, that it would be rise over run, but you don't need to calculate the slope. You just need to know what it represents. Okay? What's the rise? The total, thank you. Total pay. And what's the run? The newspapers deliver. All right? So what does the graph represent? What does the slope represent? Okay, again, I'm going to say it again. You don't have to calculate the slope. You just need to tell me what it represents. Thank you. How much she get paid for every newspaper she delivers. Thank you very much. So this is how much Leona gets paid, right? Leona. For every newspaper she delivers. Oh, I don't think that has, yeah, it does. No, it doesn't have that E at the end, right? I'm such a horrible speller. I can do math, that's about it. Alright. No, you can't. Alright. Dion pays a fixed fee plus an hourly rate to rent a boat. The table below shows how much Dion paid for the boat. What was Dion's hourly rate to rent the boat? What was her hourly rate? Yeah, I would go to stat, most definitely. Yep. So let's go to stat and let's write down, what is my X? What depends on what? The amount paid, so that would be your Y, depends on how many hours you rented, right? Alright, so that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 27, 39, 51, 63, and 75. And then you go to your stat and do your thing. What do you get? So 12x plus 15. So the hourly rate would be $12 per hour. What's my y-intercept? 15. What does that mean? The fixed fee. That's a flat rate. Very good. This is a flat rate. Yay? Okay, Kobe puts 100 in savings account. The graph below shows how the amount in the account would increase over the next 10 years. What does the y-intercept represent? So the amount of money that he started out, that means the amount of money that he opened the account with, right? So what is that amount of money? 100. That's your y-intercept, right? Okay. So that's the money that was used to open the account? Yay? What would the slope represent? What would the slope represent? How much what? How much he pays every year? This is a savings account, so he's not paying anything. So how much he what? He's putting in, how much he's depositing per year, or how much the account is increasing per year, right? So the slope would be the increase in money per year. So the amount of dollars that he's depositing every year. Yay? Does that, can I write that as increase? I don't like writing. Have you noticed? All right, are we good? Yay? Yay? All right. Sarah pays a base rate for her long-distance phone service plus a per-minute charge. The graph below shows what she would pay for her long-distance phone service for the first 60 minutes. What does the y-intercept of the graph represent? What does the y-intercept represent? How much? I'm sorry, I can't hear. The base rate without using the phone, right? So that would be the base rate. What would the slope represent? In this case, what would the slope represent? The cost per, can we do, this is all you need to do. Rise over run, what's on your rise, which would be y, correct? This is the change in y divided by the change in x. What's on y? Dollars. What's on x? Which is minutes. So the cost per minute. That's it. That's all you need to know if you want to figure out what a slope is. So this is the cost per minute. Now, in order to figure out what that cost is, then you got to go to stat and do your thing, right? After you get at least 2 of those points. But we're not asking, this problem is not asking you what's the slope, what's the y-intercept. It's just asking you what does it represent. So if you don't know, you need to do this, rise over run, or y divided by x, and copy what's on y, copy what's on x, and take it to the unit rate. Cost per minute. It's always per one thing. All right, let's go to the next one. Rich is a number. Rich is a, I guess it's a member of a gym. He pays a monthly fee plus a per visit fee. The equation below represents the monthly amount Rich pays for his membership to the gym per month for X visits. All right. What does the y-intercept of the graph on this equation represent? Okay, so the y-intercept is 10. The monthly fee. Thank you. The monthly fee. Now what about the slope? What's the slope? So the slope is 3, and that would be how much he pays per visit. So this would be the cost per visit. Is this data continuous or discrete? Really? Can you go to the gym half a time? No. You can go to the gym 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, right? But I can't say, yeah, I'm going to go just driving halfway and then turning back home. I'm going to go 0.5. I understand. All right, so it would be what? Discrete. Most definitely discrete, because your X is how many times you're going to the gym. Remember, if it's discrete or continuous, it determines, the X is the one that determines that, the domain. All right, Nan works as a commission sale rep. She makes a weekly base salary plus a commission for each sale she makes. The table below shows how much Nan can make. What is Nan's weekly base salary? See, this one is asking you for a number, so you definitely need to go to stat and do a line regression. Okay. Don't blur it out, please. And then you need to know what is X and what is Y. What depends on what? Your salary depends on your sales. Very good. Because she's got a commission. The more she sales, the more we got it? What do we got, babies? Y equals what? 50x plus 200. Yay or no? Is that correct? Okay, so my slope. Oh, I'm sorry. 50, not 15. Let's fix it. See, this is what happens after 30. Nothing works right. All right, so this is the M, right? This is my slope, and that would be my y-intercept. Okay, so let's talk about what they mean. Oh, first of all is the table below shows how much Nan can make. What is Nan's weekly base salary? What's the base salary? Really? Okay, so she makes a weekly base salary plus a commission for each sale she makes. So her base salary is not 50. That's how much she's getting per what? That's the commission. The 50 is the commission because that's the one that's changing. If I sell $300, my commission is not going to be the same as if I sell $3,000, right? The $3,000, the commission will be a lot more. Stop talking. So this is what changes, that 50 per sale, right? Per dollar of sale or whatever it is. It is usually a percentage. So what's her base salary? Her y-intercept, which is 200. Even if she doesn't sell anything, she's still making $200 a week. She can go and just show up to work and not sell a thing, and she still makes $200. Yay or nay? All right. So let's think about this. All right, next one. Charlie rented a moving truck. He paid a daily fee plus a per mile fee to rent the truck. The equation below represents the daily amount Charlie paid for the truck if he drives it X miles. All right, what does the slope of the graph of this equation represent? First of all, what's the slope? 0.5, which would be, this should be money, right? Because you're paying. All right, what's my X and what's my Y? What is X and what is X and what is Y? X is your miles. Miles driven, very good. And what is Y? Not the daily fee. The cost, right? So he paid a daily fee plus a per mile fee. That's your slope if you haven't figured that one out. Every time it says per, haven't you noticed that I'm saying dollar per newspaper, cost per? All right. So what does the slope of the graph of this equation represent? So the slope is 50. So how much is it? 50 cents per? There you go. So it would be the cost per mile, which is 50 cents, correct? What's the 10? That's your y-intercept. What does that represent? The daily fee. Thank you. Daily fee. Is this data continuous or discrete? Discrete, you cannot measure miles? Can you measure miles? Can I say I drove 1.5 miles? Yes, you can. So it's not discrete. It's continuous. Continuous is only when, discrete is only when you cannot cut it, right? I cannot cut bar soaps. I cannot cut people. I cannot cut toppings. We got it? All right. Write a linear equation in the slope-intercept form to model each situation. You rent a bicycle for 20 plus 2 per hour. Y equals what? 2x plus 20. Let's write dx first, right? Because that's usually how we see it, right? An auto repair shop charges 50 plus 25 per hour.
25
Plus what? Plus 50. A candle is 16 inches tall and burns at a rate of ½ an inch per hour. Negative 1/2. If it burns, is it positive? No, it's going what? It's getting smaller. It's going down, right? So negative 1/2 x plus 6. Okay, the temperature is 15 and expected to fall to each. Negative 2x plus 15. There you go. Last one. Let's go. I know. All right, what happens to an equation when y equals x becomes Y equals x plus 3. Very good. How much? But where? How does it shift? Up, not positive. Up. So it shifted up. You know what? I'm just going to start writing that if that's okay with you guys. Up 3. Is that cool? All right. So what happens to mommy equation? That's your parent equation, right? Parent function. When is x minus 2? Down 2. Very good. What about this one? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. See, she doesn't know and she's opening and looking at her cheat sheet. Let's go. Come on. Before we open our mouth and say something that's not smart. Let's go. It's reflected, right? So instead of positive, it's going to go what? So this one, instead of go up, this one is a positive slope, so it goes up. But this one goes what? Down. So it's reflected? Yes, he's been a really bad boy. Hey, hey. I'm recording. All right, what about this one? 4x instead of x. Come on. Thank you. What did you say? Steeper. How do you know that it's steeper? Thank you very much, Martin. Or Juan. I don't know who said it. Martin? Okay, Martin, how do you know that it's steeper? It's bigger. Very good. The slope is bigger. So this would be... I never know how to write this. I don't know how to write, period. I know! I did stepper, and that was 1 E, right? So steeper has 2 E's. Thank you. See, as soon as you said stepper, I remember. Yes, 2 E's. All right. Hey, wait, we're not going to get stepper. No, no, no. All right. So what is the translation over here? 3x minus 7. 2 transformations occur. It gets steeper. It gets stepper. And then what else? Down 7, right? All right. Negative 4x plus 5. Very good. It's steeper. Stepper. Right? Because it's bigger. Yay? This was 1. This is 4. And then it shifts what? Up 5. So 3 transformations. What happens to the equation when y equals 7 becomes y equals 3? Can we graph it? Because that's as flat as they come. Okay, let's just graph it. One is y equals 7. The other one is y equals 3. I don't think it could become. I don't think it can become any flatter than that. Right? You see it, Brian? It shifts. All right. This is what? That's Hoy, right? And you have that on your cheat sheets. Shh, stop talking. Horizontal line, slope equals 0, y equals a number. That's the equation. So all those lines, every time it says y equals something, they're always going to be as flat as they come as the horizon. Okay? So horizontal lines. So this one shifts down 3. Okay? All right, what about this one? From negative 3 to positive 2. Down? It was on negative 3, now it's on positive 2. Oh, I'm sorry. All right, I got you. All right. There you go. Magic. Shifts down 4s. All right. What about from negative 3 to y equals negative 3 to y equals 2? Very good. Up 5. What if I say this? From x equals negative 3 to x equals 2. It goes where? It goes to the right. How many times? 5 times. Very good. This is Vox. You need to get very familiar with Hoy and Vox. Vox is vertical line. Those are the only ones that you cannot graph on the graphing calculator. You cannot put x equals something on the calculator, right? So this is vertical lines, undefined slope, x equals a number, all right? So that went from x equals -3 to x equals 2. Those are vertical lines. And it moved to the right 5 times. Yay? All right, write an equation on the slope-intercept from given the following information. The slope is 5. Oh, God, this is too easy. Y equals what? Oh, my God, you don't have to do any of that. Plus 8. Thank you. Slope is 5. Y-intercept is 8. Next one. -3x minus 2. All right. Give me the transformations. Up, from here to here. From here to here. It's got 3. What's the first one? Reflected. It got flatter. Very good, because it's smaller. Down what? 10. Very good. Down 10. Are we good? Yay? Alrighty. Put that in your classwork. We're done with that one.